Good morning. I'm sorry to have to see everyone on these circumstances this early Tuesday morning. Southeast District officers with IMPD were dispatched to the 1600 block of East Tabor Street at approximately 5:45 on a report of a person shot. When officers arrived, they located an adult female who had injuries consistent with a gunshot wound. That adult female was transported to an area hospital in stable condition. That female was able to direct officers to the location behind me in the alleyway behind this address, where an adult male was located with injuries consistent with a gunshot wound. Unfortunately, that adult male was pronounced deceased on scene. Again, that's all we have at this time. You can see the crime scene behind me. The Marion County Indianapolis Forensic Services Agency will be on scene conducting their investigation. The IMPD homicide will be on scene for some time here. You can only see, as I'm sure you've seen, these houses here up and down the street, this very tight-knit community. This has got to be very scary, very tragic. I can only imagine what this is like. I know the commander of Southeast and how prideful he is on how close this community is. This is going to be very touching. We want to be thinking about this victim, but we also want the community to come forward. If there's surveillance footage, anyone in this area saw something, heard something. I know traffic is very light at this time, at that 5:45, 5:30 time frame. If you've got surveillance footage, check your alleyway cameras, check anything. You can call and get a hold of the IMPD and remain anonymous, 100% anonymous, and call Crime Stoppers of Central Indiana at that 317-262-TIPS, 317-262-TIPS. We need your help. We cannot do this alone, and we're asking anybody that has any information to please come forward. Any questions?
Is that scene that's off 65 and Raymond connected to this scene?
So the adult female did go down the street initially to attempt to get help, and that's where then a call came in, and then it was redirected down here to this Tabor address.
Do you know the condition? You might have said the condition of the woman right now.
She is in stable condition. She was transported in stable condition. Earlier, initially, it was thought critical, but that is stable. I want to make sure that's clear that she is in stable condition, awake and breathing.
So it looks like someone was detained on the front porch. Any weapons recovered, and I assume that they are detained?
At this time, like I said, in the alleyway behind this residence, there's a crime scene. We're looking to recover some evidentiary items. Nothing of a weapon at this time has been located that I'm aware of. If we continue to have any updates, I'll make sure I get that pushed out. But some people were located within that residence. We're trying to figure out, are they connected? Do they know anything? Oftentimes that is common, though, right? In these communities, these houses, there's people at home asleep or just unaware, didn't hear anything. Maybe they just heard a gunshot. But getting those times, too, if you just heard a gunshot, we need to know what time did that come in? Where was that at? That helps us pinpoint some information.
We do know there have been multiple runs here. There was a stabbing here earlier this year. There's been different crimes, stolen vehicles. Anything you have to say about kind of the police activity at this home? Well,
IMPD is going to look at that, right? Has there been calls to this address? What's the history here? That's something that the detectives are going to have to continue to look into. Is this house an anomaly on the street? What's going on here? Was this some type of criminal activity afoot, a crime afoot that, led to this disturbance? Is it totally isolated and there's more to this information? Again, that's what detectives have to work through, but that's where that community member comes forward. When that member comes forward and says, hey, I know something. I'm tired of this type of activity happening in my home, my area. I want something done. I'm going to stand up. This is where I stand up now. This is what they have to do, and we need them to come forward and say, hey, it's been happening. I have this footage. I want to share that. And you can do that anonymously, like I said.
The scene on Raymond and Shelby, where we saw a vehicle there, there were bullet holes in it. Is that the vehicle that the woman drove over there?
At this time, detectives are trying to piece together, is there connection to that? How are they connected? Why that location here? Why not contact someone from here, right? Again, tight-knit community, why not get help? So we're trying to figure that out.
Anything else that you want to add?
Just, again, tough, tragic, but we continue to see those numbers still stay down. This seems like it's been really difficult, and that we continue to hear negativity about our community, our Indianapolis. Throughout this nation, our numbers continue to stay down. And again, from that 2021 time frame to now, over 50% down in criminal homicides. That's remarkable, but that doesn't happen without the community's help and all the hard and dedicated work of the IMPD and all those other agencies that have put forth their efforts. And we want to thank them and the community for all their work.